Hello and welcome back to Only Analogue. Today we're testing out some of Lomography's black and white films. So if you've kept up with the channel so far, you'll know that we was actually given a few rolls of film from Lomography. If you haven't watched our other videos on the Lomography film, you can click here, or we'll leave the links in the description as well for you to check out after this video.
Hannah was nice enough to send me and Josh a couple of rolls of the black and white film stocks. We both had 35mm and 120 versions of the film stocks.
So we both shot a roll of 35mm Lady Grey, and then in the 120 format, Tom had the Lady Grey 400 and I shot Berlin 400.
So we'll start off with Lady Grey. So Lady Grey is a 400 ISO film made by Lomography. Supposedly the film delivers a good smooth grain and good overall tones, and all the speed you need in a black and white film. So I really like this shot of the boat. It's fairly sharp, you've got good highlights and you've got good shadow detail there. It just has something that the other shots didn't have, and that is the reason why I like this photograph so much.
So Berlin Kino 400 has really subtle tones, and it has quite a low contrast for a black and white film stock, and it was inspired by the German 1960s cinema. It definitely has a vintage look and feel to it, which I think you can quite easily see from some of the shots that I'd taken through the day. So this is my favourite shot of the day. I liked it that much, I actually took it twice. I'm not too sure which one I prefer, to be honest. The one from slightly further away has a nicer shadow cast on the balcony. I think it makes the composition a little bit more interesting itself. However, the closer up one is really nice as well. I sort of like the way the foreground of the boat and the background of the house sort of fit together like puzzle pieces. The way the shadow is sort of in line with the boat as well, I think makes for a great composition. So you can probably see straight away from my roll of Berlin that there is a little bit of light leak on the right hand side of the frame. Now, we both struggled from this.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's something that happens at the factory, or maybe our rolls weren't tight enough in the cameras when we'd taken them out. We know it's not light leaks in our cameras because we've obviously used them since then. But it's quite interesting that the left hand side of the frame goes from dark and what you'd expect to see from sort of bleached out towards the right hand side of the frame. When I was originally scanning the shots and I could see that light leak on the right hand side, I did do my best to sort of bring them down in Photoshop and just fade it back a little bit. But I kind of I've grown to like that little bleed in the right hand side of the frame. There's a few shots there, I think, where the darker shadows on the left hand side of the frame, when compared to the other right hand side of the frame where it's bleached, do give it that sort of vintage cinematic feel that you would expect from, you know, the 1960s German films that they suggest it's like. And I think it does give it that sort of extra bit of aura about it, and I kind of like it. This is one of the few of my favourite compositions of the day. I really like the heavy blacks from the image that add that sort of contrasted dark feel to the shot itself. And I can tell you that the guy that opened the caravan door was definitely not happy about me taking this photo. I was just stood there, you were gone back to the car, I was like a deer in the headlights. Like.
At this time I'd finished my roll of film, I was cold and I wanted to get back to the car, and
Just left me there.
Josh was just ferreting around getting the last bits. My first roll of Lady Grey was in the 120 format. Before going out to shoot the video, I thought I'd give it a test at night to see how versatile it is, and I took some really nice shots at night with this film, and it proves that it can be shot at night and is very versatile in the highlights and the shadows.
So as we got towards the end of the day, we were losing light pretty fast, and from what I saw from Tom's roll that he shot at night, I decided to take a couple of long exposures on a little section of road where we'd just come off from the cliffs. There was a really nice, I think it was a castle or lighthouse in the distance, and it sort of looked really cinematic, so I thought I'd give it a try. I think it's safe to say when we started scanning these and we was going to think about doing a review on these, that a lot of the shots we were quite unhappy with. I think it took a little bit of work to sort of bring them to where they are now. After sort of running them through Lightroom, tweaking a few things, And looking at the final image, I'm actually really pleasantly surprised. Before you turned up today, I actually said to you, I really like my shots now. I think they've sort of grown on me as time's gone on. And I think as photographers, that's something we do quite a lot. We sort of look at a composition or a shot that we've taken and instantly hate it, or we pick it apart. But if you sit on it and you work on it a little bit, you can quite easily grow to love and like these images. I think it's safe to say, just because you don't like something doesn't mean someone else won't as well.
Just to add to that, I also written in my notes the exact same thing as Josh said. I hated my shots and I had to leave it for a couple of days before coming back to them to start doing something with them. And because of the light from one side to the other, I thought it was an issue with my scanner or with my camera, and it just turned out that when I was talking to Josh about it, that his images have the same look.
Yeah, obviously, as Tom said, if anyone has had the same problem with that with Lomography's black and white films, let us know in the comments below. It's quite an interesting one, whether it's a problem with the actual roll itself or something that Lomography does when respooling, who knows. But I think overall, the black and white films I'm relatively impressed with. I don't think they're priced too badly on Lomography's website and places you can pick them up when compared to things like Ilford or Kodak T-Max. Just for example, but it's a good all-round black and white film. Obviously you have a few different looks with their different black and whites, so yeah, there's plenty to choose from. I'd probably definitely shoot it again.
Yeah,
the Berlin anyway.
Yeah, I would probably buy another roll of 35mm Lady Grey to give it a go again.
So thank you very much for watching today. We hope you have enjoyed. Drop it a like and subscribe as well. It does really mean the world to both of us. If you've shot any of Lomography's black and white films, drop us a comment below as well, or drop us your Instagram so we can check you out. We really love seeing everyone else's work as well. We really like building a community and having really nice conversations with some of you guys. So definitely drop it in the comments below if you want to have a chat or if you want us to see your work.
So that is it for today's video. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again soon. Peace.